With the tribal chief, what's good, Mr. Bozy?
You know, what can I say, man? Just getting these guys ready for the fights, upcoming fights coming up. You know what I mean?
Who we got coming up?
We got Ty fighting, Tamir Smalls fighting in October. This month, matter of fact. I think it's, I forgot what date it was. Yeah. And then we got Haven Brady fighting November. Yeah. Him and Shay fight in November. Yeah. And then we got Boops in November. And who else? Somebody else fighting. I'm missing anybody?
Andy.
Andy fighting in December. Yeah. And matter of fact, he's in San Francisco. Fighting in San Francisco. So I'm gonna be busy this year. I was busy all year, matter of fact. So.
Yeah, is this one of the busiest years you had? Because you've been bouncing around from coast to coast.
Yeah, this is one of the busiest years, yeah. Because Boots fought 2 times this year. Hayden fought, Shay fought, Ish fought, and he just fought again. So, yes, I've been busy.
As far as your fighters go, right, with having a busy schedule like that, like how do you balance, like, you know, having everybody and, you know, perfecting the game plans for each fighter?
Well, what I do is the one have to fight first. I work with him first. And then after I work with him and do what I have to do with him, then I go into the next one, whoever is after him. And that's how I do it. That's how I separate it. And then a lot of times when they're in at the same time, I have them doing certain different things. I have some guys probably working on defense and some guys working on the bag or some guys boxing. So that's how I separate it. You know what I mean?
This past weekend, Canelo Alvarez faced Jermell Charlo. It's a fight me and you've been talking about for a little bit. Canelo kind of dominated, you know.
Yes.
And I was expecting something a bit more competitive. What did you think of the fight?
I was expecting the same thing you were expecting. I wanted Charlo to win, and I thought he was going to do more than what he really was doing. But it seemed like he was just in it, to me, just to survive, not to get knocked out. That's where it looked to me, because I know Charlo could have did way better than that. But I think he was just in it, you know, just to survive, to me. To make sure that he didn't get knocked out. Because you heard what he said. I didn't get knocked out, though. So that was on his mind. Same just like with the boy Boots fought. You know what I mean?
Oh, Karen Chikowski.
Yeah, he was doing this. He moved around a lot and wasn't trying to engage and nothing like that. I think Charlo could have did way better than he did, though, if he had just fought. And then move afterwards, you know what I mean? And don't just keep moving and just throwing shots. He wouldn't sit down on none of the shots with no power.
Hey, do you think it was like the physicality of Canelo because he seemed stronger in the clinch?
Right.
And do you think it was the punching power that made him weary?
I think it could be the punching power because that's what he said. You heard what I just said. I didn't get knocked out, so he's worrying about his punching power. Same with the ball. Therefore, Boots. He knew Boots can punch, so he's not going to try to change with him. You know what I mean? He's going to try to survive in there. So he can say, I was the first one that survived against him. You know what I mean?
Who do you want to see Canelo in the ring with next?
I want to see him. I wanted to see him with Boo or either Benavidez, the winner of them two. Yeah, because they've been calling him out for a long time.
It seems like Jamal's coming back on that card. Is that another guy that you would like to see him in the ring with next?
Jamal? I think it would be a good fight. A good fight. I think it'd be a different fight. But matter of fact, I think it'd be a better fight than his brother. I thought his brother was going to do more than what he was really doing. You know what I mean? But I think his Jamal going to be better. I think he's going to be better.
Okay. Another fight on that card that actually affects you down the line, Mario Barrios defeated your Dennis Ugas.
Right.
Even dropped him twice.
Right.
What'd you think of that performance?
I thought it was a good fight, man. I thought it was a good fight, but I didn't expect Ugas to go down like that. You know what I mean? So that means that's telling you and telling me and telling himself that it's time to get out of there, get out of the game, man, to retire.
Do you think it was the beating that Earl Spence put on him? Because it seemed like the eye closed up a lot faster than it did last time.
I think it's from that punishment that he took last time. That's what I think it was. Even though Barrios not a real hard puncher, but accumulation of punches will get you every time. You know what I mean? You keep on hitting that guy on the same spot, eventually he's going to take his toll.
Now, that fight was for the WBC interim. Your son has the IBF interim.
Right.
And Terrence Crawford doesn't seem like he's going to fight his mandatories.
Right.
So Mario Barrios is going to be the next WBC world champion.
Right, right.
You tried to get that fight in the past. Is that a fight that we can look for down the line?
Oh, Mario Barrios?
Mario Barrios.
Oh,
and
without a doubt. Yeah, yeah. He going to get a chance to fight for the title, though, now. Or they going to give it to him. That's the interim. Yeah,
the interim, yeah, they're going to upgrade him.
Oh, yeah, they're going to, just like they're going to do with Boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's the fight I want to take with a heartbeat. That could be next. If they want it.
Okay. Did he look like he improved from the Keith Thurman fight? Mario Barrios, yeah.
Barrios, he looked pretty good, man. I can't take no break. He looked pretty good, man. He was boxing, kept his pores. You know what I mean? His pores. I mean, he really looked really good.
Last question for me. Erickson Lubin, Jesus Ramos. You had people calling it a robbery. You had people calling it a boxing lesson.
Right.
How did you see that fight?
Well, I seen Lubin using that jab. He was using that jab real good. But I thought Ramos was winning the close rounds. What happened? I think Ramos just took off the last few rounds. You know what I mean? I would have gave it a draw. You know what I mean? I would have gave it a draw. It was a good fight, though. I would have gave it a draw. But Lubin boxed like he's supposed to box. He didn't really exchange too much. He didn't get caught in between them shots like when he was fighting the other guy that he lost to.
The tall guy,
Frandora, yeah. You know? Yep.
It seemed like they respected each other's power a little too much. Because there was, I guess there was spots in the fight where there wasn't as much engaging as people kind of expected in the beginning of the fight.
Well, I think Ramos just got a little tired, I think. Because he was throwing a lot of shots. To me, he was throwing more shots than Lubin was throwing.
Yeah.
Had him throwing the body shots, head shot. I think he got a little tired because he started slowing down. And that's why they probably gave Lubin the fight, though. Like I said, I would have gave it a draw. It was a good fight, you know what I mean? And, both of them is good. They was good fighters, though, but I still would have gave it a draw.
His corner said that Jesus was up 6 rounds.
So what's that telling you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I was just got for the same. That's why I would said it was should have been a draw.
Oh shit. Jermell Charlo.
Yeah.
17-year-old made his debut.
Yeah.
It's a kid that you've seen in the amateurs. What you think of that?
I think he put on a spectacular performance, man. He looked good, man. Real good. And he let his hands go. You know what I mean? He looked sharp, man. I think he's gonna be something to be reckoned with.
What are some of the things that could go against you, turning a kid at 17 years old?
Go against you? I mean, shit, it all depends on who's been training him and how many fights that he had in the amateurs. You know what I mean? Or do he fight like a pro? Or you know what I mean? You know what I mean? How did they teach him? You know what I mean? That's what I look at. You know what I mean? Well, all the stuff they've been teaching him. You know what I mean? He can last a long time in this game if you be taught the right way. You know what I mean? So.
Okay. Thanks, Mr. Bozy. I appreciate it.
Okay, all right. Brother.